Moving on to developing news, a Rochester man named David Johnson, who had become an international fugitive, is now in Monroe County Sheriff's custody. This after a multi-year investigation recently led authorities to locate him in Uganda. Investigators at the Sheriff's and U.S. Marshal's offices detail what recently led to a break in the case involving a violent crime. Sergeant Trevor Ott with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office spent more than a year attempting to locate David Johnson from Rochester. The now 50-year-old man was charged in a violent crime from November 2019 after police say he nearly burned his wife alive along with their home on Augustine Street. Sergeant Ott explains investigators from several agencies, including the U.S. Marshal's Office, kept up their due diligence, eventually tracking him to Jamaica. Then last year, a break in the case.
We ended up getting a name for a gentleman that we believed he could possibly be staying with. Just a simple Facebook search, just typed in the search bar the name. I look at his pictures and I look at his cover photo, and there's 3 individuals. And the third one standing right there, I'm like, that's David Johnson.
That connection leading the trail all the way to Uganda, where investigators learned Johnson created an entirely new life for himself, opened a restaurant, even got married there. U.S. Marshal for Western New York, Charles Salina, describes the success of so many agencies working together.
The deputy marshal, who is still assigned in this office, and there are, I think, 3 different sheriff's deputies, it was passed on to them, and they stuck to it, and eventually a warrant was issued.
And as for the victim who survived, a step closer to closure after years of waiting.
She was relieved. You know, it's a 5-year hunt. She was happy I didn't have to keep calling her, bugging her. She, it was a good phone call. She was happy. It ended up being her birthday. I called her on too, so it's double good.
Double good indeed. David Johnson was extradited back to Rochester earlier this month. He's since been charged with attempted murder in the 2nd degree, assault in the 1st degree, and attempted arson in the 3rd degree, and he's being held in jail without bail.